Hey everyone, how you doing today? I just wanted to go over how to install plugins in WordPress. It sounds like something, if you've never done it before, sounds like something that's a lot of work and complicated, but over the years, WordPress has made this so easy. You can do it right from inside WordPress. You used to have to download the files and FTP them and unzip them and all this kind of stuff. They've made it so easy now. Anyone can do this. So I want to show you how to go through it. I'll just show you how to do one of them. The one I like to use is for SEO. It's called All-in-One SEO Plugin. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. All right. So we're going to go to plugins, and you go to, if you're on this page, you can click Add New, or over here you can click Add New. And by the way, I absolutely hate seeing WordPress demos online that has this part here that says there's a new version available and they haven't installed it. I mean, that's kind of like nails on a chalkboard to me, all right? But this 4.5 version, I'm waiting for them to come out with the next version because there are some bugs with it because it's a major release. Whenever WordPress does a major release, I highly suggest waiting for the next one. Sometimes it's a week later, sometimes few days or a little longer, but wait for that next one to come out because they'll have all the bugs fixed. I've already started using it on my main site and I've noticed a lot of problems. So I'm just saying I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it right now, but I'm gonna have to live with it because I don't want to install 4.5 and there's no security fixes in that one, so it's totally safe to stay at the version I'm at. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. Sorry for wasting your time. All right, so we're going to add plugins, and we go over here and type in All-in-One SEO, like that. Hit return. And these are all the ones that are on the official WordPress site. And we're looking for this one, All-in-One SEO Pack. All you do, it's really simple. Click Install Now. It'll go through. Sometimes what happens here when you do updates later is it'll kind of shut down your site for a minute or two. It'll say it's in maintenance mode because they don't want anyone monkeying around on it while this is happening. But these updates usually only take a few minutes. But when you're installing, it's pretty safe. But when you're doing updates, you do want to take a backup, before doing an update, just in case stuff breaks. You can restore the backup. So that's an important tip. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it in a future video. So, all right, so went through and it said successfully installed it. And I'm going to go over here and activate. Might as well do that right away. Over here, you're going to see it pop up. I didn't see it pop up. Okay, maybe they changed things around. If your plugin has this this plugin installed with W3 total cache, you're gonna have to do this, empty the cache thing. Don't worry about that. Oh, there it is. That's why. Awesome. Okay, so, and one other thing I'll mention is if you do the A2 hosting, they give you a bunch of plugins right off the bat. Okay, so it's a good idea to get that A2 hosting. They give you their optimized WordPress plugin. Okay, this one I'm not too familiar with, but it's a way to improve logins. This one says ew, but that's the image optimizer. So when you upload images, it makes images files as small as possible, and that's what you want on your site. This one came with a theme. Jetpack is a great one to have. A lot of cool features, including some stats. This one renames your login page, which is what this kind of warning up here is all about. That's great for security. This one makes your website faster. This one came with a theme. This one came with a theme, and this one did too, but I'm not using that one. Anyway, plugins installed. We've got All-in-One SEO Pack. Sometimes these plugins that you get have a free version, okay? And they're trying to get you to upload to the pro version. You have to pay for that, for some extra settings. But with this plugin, the free setting is really good. So you don't really need to. All right. So you might get some of these little things. You just dismiss those. What you want to do in this setting is, this is where you can donate. I've done that once. So I can check that. There's a few other settings here that are important. You can always click on these and it gives a little description. The description isn't that great, to tell you the truth. Click in this documentation. It'll take you into what it's doing. And it's a little technical, okay? So be warned about that. But there are definitely a few settings you want to check here right away. The first one is on your homepage title. You're going to want to set this one because this is the best place for that. You're going to want to say your website name. So this website is called coolphotog.com. And we're going to do photography tips. Now, what you want to keep this under 60 characters. You do not want to over optimize this. That's why I'm starting with the website name right there. Because if you start putting photography tips, comma, underwater photography, comma, nighttime photography, all these like good keywords, Google's going to think you're trying to spam it, that you're trying to optimize your site too much. So what I've been saying through my course here, if you're in my course, is you want to stick with a brand name, and because Google can't penalize you for ranking for your brand name. That's why I use that for a website name, and that's why I'm putting that first in the home title tag. I'm telling Google, hey, I'm trying to optimize for my site's name above anything else, and they can't really penalize you for that at all. So it's really safe. Okay. Next thing is here is the description. So I give another piece of advice in my course is starting with an action verb. And there's some other words you should use as well. So I'm going to say get great tips on taking nighttime and underwater photography so that your photos turn out great. Add the word simple here. Great and simple, since I got some room. Well, I had 108 characters. I have 160. I might optimize that later, so I might add some more. But I'm going to leave it that way for now. All this is fine. Okay. You do want to get a Google Webmaster Tools account. Okay. It's now called Google's Search Console, but you might say this still. And you'll put the tag in there they give you to do. There's another way to do that as well. But then you can do your Google Analytics ID right here in this plugin. So you'll paste that in, and they'll give you a few more questions to answer. That's pretty easy. Let me look through this. It changed a little bit. What you want to do, I would leave these blank for now. These are good to have checked. You don't want your categories to show up in Google Index. Those aren't good links for you. People are going to show up there and not really know what to do. Date archives, same thing, author archives. I like to check this one too, tag archives. If people show up on a tag page, they don't know what to do, so it's pretty dumb. Search, I tag that one too. You don't want to index your 404 page. This is kind of the same thing as categories. I check that one. No follow, that's a good idea too. These I usually leave unchecked. Is there anything else here? I think that's it. Those are the basic ones. Hit update and you're all set. It tells you up here options are updated. Okay, so you're all set. Now when you go into a post, doing a new post, here's where you do your editing, of course. You're going to have this box down here. And what they're trying to show you here is how this will look on Google. Okay, so you could do like best photography tips ever. I don't know. That's pretty good. It's only 49 characters. And they're including these characters as well, okay? We could do for your SLR camera. And you can see what happens. Now we're in the red, so that's over 60, so we want to bring that down. We're still at 62. So we're going to take that away and put SLR here. Oops. Okay, we're at 53, so that's good. Now this article is going to be about some great tips on SLR. Actually, want to do DSLR. My bad. Want to put a good description here, okay? And that's going to show up underneath. So let me show you how that works. Learn expert tips on using your DSLR camera. Sorry, I can never type well in front of other people. Otherwise, I'm just going through it quickly. Learn expert tips on using your DSL camera. Then you want to put a benefit, so your photos look better than ever. Tips are easy to follow, and you'll enjoy the results. There, I'm under 160. And when people search on Google, they're going to see something like this, where I'm really giving a good description of what the article is going to be about. Otherwise, it's going to grab some text from what I put in here, and that might not always make sense. So you do always want to fill in the description. This title might be, if I can take this out, it might be from what's up here. Okay, let me fix that. There we go. And what's going to happen is if you don't put anything in here, it's just going to grab the title from what's up there. So that's typically what I do is I start with that. Got to grab a drink. Okay. Start with the title here. Leave that blank because I'm going to come back later and optimize it after some data has built up about how this page ranks. Okay. All right, so these here, sometimes you'll use this no index. If you have a post that you really don't want to show up in search engines, that might happen once in a while. For example, when you set up a WooCommerce store on your website, there's pages like My Account, Checkout, Cart, stuff like that. You want to go into those pages and check this so that they don't become like official pages on your site. You wouldn't want Google to send somebody to that page. It wouldn't make any sense, right? You only want pages that make sense, that have content to show up. And that's really the point of this all-in-one SEO plugin. And of course, the Yoast SEO plugin is also a good one too, okay? If you do a lot of websites, you're going to want to vary the plugins you use because Google looks at that. And you want to make sure you don't always use the same plugins on every site. So you might switch it up once in a while. But for this one, I think it's a good one to use. It'll work fine. And that's basically how it works. All right, if you're taking my course, there's more to it. Go back to the page and continue. Otherwise, if you haven't signed up for my course yet, I really go through how to set up a good website, one that Google's going to like, all right? One that'll make you money. Going to set it up right. We're going to research keywords, buy the best domain name, the best hosting, all that stuff. I've been doing this a long time. I know the great tips. So sign up for my course. It's free. You'll love it. I put a lot of work into this thing. All right. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.